Okay, so this is my response to video prompt Amazon Rainforest. As per usual, I do have everything pulled up off to the side to try and help guide me to stay within that 1 to 3 minute video guideline / recommendation. I do realize that I've been exceeding that guideline expectation in my videos, but I suppose that's not the worst thing that can happen. I just have a lot to say, I suppose. So I read through the article, and I didn't find it as explanatory or descriptive as our textbook. So I guess a lot of my answers for this prompt stem from my personal day-to-day interactions, knowledge, experiences, purchases, and such, and then also what I've learned from the textbook. I'm not sure if that was the intention, but either way, a lot of what I have to say is based off of what I've learned, so, and not from this article. So how do we benefit from the deforestation? I do believe that the article does address this, but deforestation, provides access to a lot of products, paper and wood specifically, as well as some oils, and it paves the way for agricultural land. So basically, deforestation opens up the land and allows farmers to utilize it. In turn, excessive, what's the word I'm thinking of? Livestock and crops provide financial gain for the farmers, for the people deforesting, and then also for the people who live in that region. And then, even though I don't think this was addressed, extending and expanding the landscape also makes room for building and homes and industries. So, it's opening up places to live, and with growing populations, human populations specifically, more food and more living space is what we need. So that's pretty much it for the benefits. It also does provide jobs, but I don't know. Looking at how does the deforestation harm us? Clearly, the disadvantages of deforestation outweigh the advantages, which is a growing debate, and what am I trying to think of? Something that we're trying to fix. Deforestation obviously does lead to climate change. I'm trying to find the part of the article where it talks about such. Cutting down all of the trees reduces the amount of oxygen that we, people, as well as species, other species, animal species, are taking in, and we're limiting the amount of CO2 that is absorbable from the atmosphere, and then we're adding more CO2 to the air than we breathe. So the oxygen that we receive from the trees is no longer there because the trees are being cut down. And that's just one of many things. More carbon in the atmosphere obviously leads to a warmer planet, but deforestation also causes soil erosion, which in turn can lead to flooding. It leads to species extinction, which it may not sound like it impacts us as, humans, people, but species extinction is usually one of the first signs that, larger species and other species will go extinct. If we can't absorb protein, we're going to have to find alternative ways, and I could go on and on about that. And then the article touches on this one, or this factor the most, but deforestation leads to desertification. Trying to say it right. Which is where the land pretty much dries out. And when the land dries out, it's at higher risk of being burned and experiencing, fire or causing fire. And no greenery grows. Nothing can live there because it's practically, as noted within the article and in the text, it's practically just dead, rough, dry grass, and nothing can grow there. So there are a few other issues, such as, indigenous people, specifically in those Brazilian or South American areas that live in the forests, and that would be taking away their home. But that doesn't, it does affect us, but it also doesn't. Not one of the, I guess, primary concerns. So